Hello, my name is Shawna Rodriguez, and this is task 2 for course D253. Hello, team, and I want to thank you for attending our monthly team meeting. This will be our first team meeting with the new customer service manager, and I wanted to take a moment to introduce myself. So some of you may know me already, but for those who don't, I wanted to take a minute to share me in a minute, just a little bit about me. So my name is Shawna Rodriguez, and I currently live in Indio, California, but I was born in Boynton Beach, Florida. And I live with my husband and my 10-year-old son. And just so we get to know each other a little bit more, a few of my hobbies include collecting Coca-Cola memorabilia, and then also watching my son play travel baseball. It's one of my cherished memories. Some of the other things I like to do is I like to travel and enjoy adventures with my family. And one of our favorite places to go is a cabin in Idlewild, California. And I just wanted to share my experience with the customer service with this company. So during my first visit, we rented a cabin, and it's a family-owned company, and it was one of the best experiences I could have imagined. The customer service was just unmatched, and it really made me feel valued. When I arrived at the cabin, the heater was already on, and the fireplace was ready to go. It was just a very welcoming feeling, and I was able to enjoy my weekend. Shortly after we got there, the snow started falling, and it was just a great time for the family to relax and play and have a good time. The next morning, I woke up and I found that the company actually came out, cleared off the deck, made it safe for my family and I to, go out and play and walk on the deck without worrying about if we were going to get injured, slip, and fall. So it was just those little extra things that made the customer service experience just unmatched and unparalleled. And that's just an experience that I tell everybody. So whenever I tell anybody, if you're going to go there, go rent from this company because they're absolutely amazing. And that's the kind of experience I would like our customers to have with our team. So since this is our first meeting, I would just like to go over some of the company's core values. So here's a list of our core values, which include excellence, integrity, humility, trust, growth, and respect. So I just wanted to break those down a little bit more. So excellence. So excellence in character, decision making, and service for our customers and clients. We strive for distinct actions in which we are proud of, and each of the following contributes to this overriding charge. The next is integrity. So we do the right thing regardless whether or not somebody is watching. Our word is our bond, and we carry a duty of care and responsibility and act ethically. The next one is humility. We conduct our work without our egos. Our actions embodies respect, humility, authenticity, and openness, and invite feedback and input. We actively seek ideas and feedback from employees and value every voice and contribution along the way. The next one is trust. We extend the belief and feeling that others can be relied upon. We strive to be trustworthy and show compassion and consistency by communicating with care and truthfulness. We are authentic and transparent. So growth. Growth is a big one. Our best today may not be good enough tomorrow, and we continually seek improvement, both personally and professionally. We aim to accelerate employee learning so that we can become better able to meet our customer needs and company needs. So we want to invest in you just as much as we would hope that you invest in yourself. And as we go through these slides today, I'm going to give some opportunities for you to really look deep inside and invest in yourself and just help us become a stronger team and a stronger company. And last but not least is respect. We believe that each person, employee, customer, vendor, whatever, has value and rights. We act based on facts and always assume positive intent. We celebrate the difference in people and seek to utilize each person's unique knowledge, skills, ability, and perspectives. So respect is going to be a big one, and that definition is just going to carry over through this whole presentation today. So positive intent, values, respect for other people's knowledge, skills, and abilities, and that we make decisions on facts. So as we go through the slide, just keep those core values in mind. As we continue to focus on our values and invest in ourselves, I just want the team to, really understand that when people see us, they only see our behaviors. They don't see our thoughts, our beliefs, and our values, anything under the surface that drives us to act a certain way. So in order to live our values and those of the companies, we need to understand ourselves and what drives us. So to help with that, I wanted to share some of my strengths that help guide me in my values and my beliefs. So the first strength that I have is my love of learning, which allows me to continue learning and mastering new skills. I come in every day, I feel like there's always something to learn, whether it be about the business, about my team, just overall, there's something new I need to take home every day. And then fairness. Fairness is something that I pride myself on, and I hope my team has the ability to see that, and then also treat each other with fairness, and then without bias. Bias is something big that we'll touch on later, but just treat everybody fairly is something that I really pride myself on. And perspective is another one of my strengths. This strength allows me to see situations from several different sides. And I hope as we work together, you can understand the value of other perspectives. The next one is kindness. So this strength goes hand in hand with fairness and perspective. And then the last of my top 5 strengths is honesty. I want to be genuine with our team as we work together day in and day out. And I hope that, just in return, you can be genuine with me and we can, create a stronger team. So the next thing I would like to go over is our vision statement. So our vision is to be the leader in customer service by delivering unmatched excellence in respect to our employees, customers, and local communities. So how do we get there? One of the ways to get there is through our monthly business strategies and working on our relationships. And to do so, we're going to talk about emotional intelligence so that we can help better understand ourselves and in turn be a better business partner for everyone else. So to live our vision here at Corollary Marketing, we need to build a strong team and ensure that we can be the leader in customer service industry. So I do have a few key ideas on how that will help us develop this team and build such a strong bond. To do this, we need to focus on our emotional intelligence strategies and embrace our own self-awareness. So to be self-aware, we recognize oneself as a distinct individual. And by accepting your emotions and understanding how it impacts your behavior, we can become more self-accepting and in turn become more empathetic towards others. This means that we understand our own values, thoughts, and emotions internally, and we can focus on how to externalize them and how others see us. So by focusing on our own emotional awareness, we can better respond to conflict and help problem solve without our emotions playing a huge part in that situation. Another key factor is going to be self-management. So self-management is the ability to control our emotions, thought, beliefs, and behaviors. And this is key when working with a team towards one goal. So in order to do this, we'll focus on emotional self-control. When we're unable to control our own emotions, we may respond with anger, spite, and in a defensive manner to our teammates and our customers. One thing I've always been told is when you feel very emotional about something, you have a strong, thought or, desire for a certain outcome, wait 24 hours before you respond, just so that you can assess your own emotions and then reassess the situation without escalating things. While we still need to focus on time management, the ability to control our own emotions and manage them will help bring together a stronger team. So the next thing I want to touch on is going to be social awareness. So social awareness is the ability to take this perspective of and empathize with others, including those from diverse backgrounds and cultures. In other words, social awareness is understanding that we are not all alike. We come from different ethnicities, cultures, backgrounds, thoughts, and ideas. By using empathy and compassion in our daily interactions, we consider others' thoughts, ideas, experiences, and work towards a better outcome. This can also help us recognize and inherit our own strengths. So like I said earlier, I was going to touch on some biases. So the first one is going to be unconscious bias. And this is a social stereotype about a certain group of people that individuals form outside their own conscious awareness. In other words, it's a preconceived bias about a person or a group of people. So this bias is often unconscious and unintentional. This often happens when the brain is making rapid judgments based on our own experiences. This is where we can work on further emphasizing with others, and we can bring change to some of those unconscious bias and thoughts and consciously making different opinions. As a leader of customer service, we can take conscious assumptions that we will work with customers of all different backgrounds and financial situations. And I just want to make sure that, we are aware of those unconscious biases and, work to consciously make them better. Next is going to be cognitive bias, which is something that we need to ensure that we are aware of as well. Cognitive bias means that one makes decisions or draws conclusions based on limited information. So let's take a deeper dive at some of these examples. So the first one is going to be confirmation bias. And this is when one favors information that confirms the belief that they already have. So one example would be if you see a coworker constantly laughing and smiling on the phone, your assumption may be this coworker is lazy and just taking personal calls on the clock. They're not being very productive. You see the demeanor of the coworker, laughing, smiling, having a good time, and this is a confirmation bias. What you don't know is that coworker is an extreme extrovert. They've built good relationships with their customers, and it's actually a productive call. They've made several sales. They're a leader on the sales board, and just the most on customer service. But it's just the way that they externalize things. The second cognitive bias I wanted to discuss is recency. So this is when we base decisions on a small period of time rather than overall picture. So an example of this would be if a customer has been continually making late payments on invoices for the past 12 months, and then recently, the past 3 months, they've been on time. So one can just assume, okay, now they're in good standings. Let's change, their account. Let's look at their history, and we just base our decisions on that past 3 months when there's an overall bigger picture. So after discussing social awareness, unconscious bias, and cognitive bias, we can make a conclusion that our thoughts and feelings do affect ethical decision making. As we continue to ignore our unconscious or cognitive biases, our decision making does become impact. This means that our decisions are made on feelings and not facts, and it clouds our judgment, and we do not see the unethical or possible unethical outcome of our decisions. One example of this would be implementing growth strategies. While a manager, such as myself or within another department, may have a very strong feeling about the direction the team may go, based on your emotions. We're very passionate about a certain direction. We're not focusing on the facts, and the facts of the matter might be that we need to focus in a completely different direction. So this is one reason why it is so important, not only for myself, but the entire team, to be aware of our biases as we work together to make a stronger team and a successful business. I want to ensure that we are making decisions off of facts and not emotions. So the next thing I want to talk about is relationship management and how we maintain relationships with our teams, our customers, our clients, and our members of leadership. So we want to view each relationship as a partnership and not a transaction. So to do this, I had a few key terms that I think would help develop and maintain these relationships. These include service, value, communication, trust, loyalty, and satisfaction. So some of these terms are just going to be key in our relationships. So sometimes small things go a long way. So I wanted to implement thank you letters or thank you emails after each sale. So ensure that we are treating those relationships as such and not as transactions. I don't want to send invoices. I want to send thank you emails. Thank you for your purchase today, and just, build up those relationships. In addition, I want to also implement birthday discount codes. This will not only drive sales because, hey, they're getting a discount now, but it'll also show our customers that we care. We take the time to remember their birthday and provide them a discount on sales during that time. And it's just going to help build our caring culture. So now that we have talked about a few key domains in emotional intelligence today, We now need to tie them all together to make an effective team. So my ask of the team today is that we continue this journey together to understand our emotional intelligence and remain aware of our own emotions and biases and how we can externalize them. Together, we will take care of our own emotions and never underestimate the power for them to persuade our decision making, relationships, and strength of our team. As we wrap up this presentation, I wanted to thank everyone today, each and every one of you, for truly taking the time to invest in yourself, as you are a valuable part of this organization and you do play a key role in our department. And I wanted to leave time for any questions before we continue on our journey, and I hope that we can work together to build a strong team and be the leader in customer service.